intercooler that I've recently had fitted by K-Tec Racing to remap the Abarth and give it some more. That turbo gauge absolutely loves it. Oh baby. Yo, what is going on? And today you join me and my Abarth, KTR Abarth, the Abarth by K-Tec Racing. Today you join me for the all-important, long-awaited come and drive with me in my recently remapped, recently added on intercooler by the company themselves, K-Tec Racing. Yes, a long-awaited driving video. I'm going to talk to you today about in more detail about the intercooler that I've recently had fitted by K-Tec Racing. Obviously they have fitted their own K-Tec Racing intercooler to my Abarth, and also, as you might remember, whilst my Abarth was in at K-Tec Racing, they tested the intercooler to see what the results were, and obviously you guys know the results already. And also my car had to have a remap at K-Tec Racing to kind of map in the intercooler, and obviously to remap the Abarth and give it some more BHP, which again, you guys now know what the BHP of this car is. But today is a driving video. I'm going to tell you about how I'm finding the intercooler, how I'm finding it, you know what I mean. I'm going to talk to you about the intercooler today, and most importantly, I'm going to take the car for a drive, obviously, to tell you how good the remap is and how good the Abarth now is with its remap. So let's go and get some fuel and let's get driving this thing, all for the sake of YouTube. I love it. And please don't judge me, because the Abarth is in desperate need of a clean. It's not too bad. Hopefully it won't show too much on camera, although I'm going to be filming myself inside the car today because the car is dirty. But the car hasn't been cleaned since its recent Portland trip with Bad Abarth South Coast. But anyway, good job in filming the inside of the car, not the outside. Where are you? I've never heard it pop that loud. I need to give it some more revs on rev up exhaust shots. That was epic. Now let's go, because I've made enough noise in this little industrial estate. Let's go. Wow, that sounded wicked. Right, sun is out today. Football tops on, in short sleeves because the sun is out today. Sunglasses on, so sorry you won't be able to see my eyes. Seatbelt on, pre-safety checks before going out in my faster Abarth. And let's bad shoulder. Right, yeah, let's go. I think we're just gonna get straight into it then. Got a little slip road here that joins us straight onto the dual carriageway. Let's just get going, guys. Let's not beat around the bush and all that, you know. Second gear. That's not full throttle, to be fair, because I'm going around a bend. Ah! Oh baby, nice. We'll join that carriageway just like that. That's how it's done. God, I hope my aircon works, because I am hot and I'm having the windows up for filming reasons. So sorry I haven't got this video out or filmed to you guys sooner, because as soon as the car came back from K-Tec Racing with its new intercooler on and the K-Tec Racing remap that they did for me, as you would have known if you've seen my previous video, and if you haven't, I'll leave it linked up above somewhere. As soon as I got it back from K-Tec, it had to go straight back to the dealership where I bought this car from, because the water pump was leaking. So I was absolutely gutted, because I had messages and, oh, how are you finding the car? And I'm like, I'm not finding it any, like, it's at the dealership, I can't enjoy it now with the new intercooler remap on. So yeah, I was without the car for a week, long story short and all that. But obviously I've had the car back since, and I've now got a bit of time off work of a weekend, and I'm like, right, I must do that driving video so I can properly tell you guys how great the Abarth now is with the intercooler on, and obviously, most importantly really, the remap. So just so you know, if you haven't already watched that video, do go and check it out when the Abarth went to K-Tec for the remapping intercooler, which you can buy yourself with my little discount code from K-Tec Racing. But the car from standard should have been around 145 bhp from the factory as such. When they dynoed my car as a standard car, it was actually running 151 brake horsepower, so 5 horsepower gain from nowhere. Yes please, thank you very much. We're just going to drive the car slow just while I'm talking. And then with the remap, the car is now running around 161 horsepower, so not really big gains and some of you were commenting saying, you know, that's not a lot, but I'm happy with 10 horsepower. Obviously the idea is to modify the Abarth more to get more horsepower out of said future modifications, but the 10 horsepower is so noticeable because, as K-Tec explained, most of the power is down the bottom end, so it's very torquey now, very torquey, and that's what I want to show you guys today, how torquey and quick it is getting up to speed. Now with the intercooler on, it's a known fact, well it is a fact, with my standard, I don't know, cooling system on the Abarth, I'm going to call it, the 2 little radiators you do get, one either side of the front bumper, the car was around 45 degrees, and now with the K-Tec intercooler on, that is half the engine temperature, and now the car is around 20 odd degrees. And I didn't know is which the intercooler, one of the silicone pipes goes straight to the turbo, so that is definitely going to keep the turbo cooler. Never had an intercooler on an Abarth, and I did say when I got this Abarth, my Abarth number 5, that this was going to be my most modified Abarth yet, and I'm sticking with that true statement because none of my Abarths have ever had intercoolers on, and the first mod this car got was a big one, and as I say, it was a mod none of my Abarths had before, which was an intercooler. So we started pretty big with this car, that's its first modification. Obviously the remap's technically a modification, and I have already got another modification to go on the car, some other little styling bits I need to fit as well, and obviously more modifications I want to buy in the future for this car. Oh, the aircon does work, I hadn't tested it, but it does work, and that is working well. Good stuff. So I'm just in the outside lane here, hoping I can give it a little pull if I don't get too many cars in front of me, and we can get a good go on the old Julie. Going around the roundabout, sensible. Coming off the roundabout, Jesus Christ, not so sensible. Oh, that is 60, that will do me for a minute. We'll get back in the slow lane and do some more talking. So, with this Abarth being the basic spec Abarth as I call it, as I say, come out the factory with the lower end power of 145 brake horsepower. This car has got the IHI turbo, and the top end, your better spec Abarths have the Garrett turbo. Now, with the Garrett turbo, you can get more power out of them with remaps, modifications, whatever. The IHI turbo, which this has got, you can only push it so far, which is understandable. But it seems to be like a rumour, and I think it's true, because it seems like the IHI turbo, which this has got, doesn't seem to have much turbo lag, whereas I've heard that the bigger turbo, the Garrett turbo, it's a little bit laggy. Now, that is also true, because when I had my remapped Trofeo back in the day, that was mapped to 180 horsepower. My parents, who they still have their modified Abarth Competizione, theirs was on the Garrett running 200 horsepower, but when they got in my measly 180 horsepower Trofeo with the IHI, they said to me, wow Amber, like my dad said to me, Amber, your car's got like no lag, it feels so much more torquey and quicker than their bigger Garrett turbo Abarth with more power. So that was interesting for my dad to have told me that fact. But yeah, when I am shifting in this car, because I like to, and I'm proper changing through the gears, and it just, the IHI turbo or whatever it is, the remap, whatever, what I'm saying is the car is picking up like so quick, there's just no lag in between the gears when you're trying to get up to speed. And my turbo gauge has had a right old day since the remap's gone on. It's going right around the old gauge, I've never seen it go around. Now, I did ask K-Tec Racing to add in like some pops and bangs. I think they've said they've added in some burbles. Well, something's definitely been added. Well, yeah, it has got pops and bangs. It just popped and banged a minute ago, didn't it? God, I've never heard it like that. But K-Tec Racing said, obviously this map is classed like a stage 1, 10 horsepower increase, like I said. But the guys at K-Tec Racing said, look, your car, because all the power's bottom end at the moment, your exhaust is holding more of the power back, standard exhaust. So obviously in the near future I want to change the exhaust and get the kind of airflow going through the exhaust system better to get hopefully more top end power. And obviously because I want to hopefully hear those pops and bangs a bit more, I'm going to call it pops and bangs. They told me to just put a burble map on, like a measly burble map. But that was popping and banging a minute ago, guys, wasn't it? And I like it, so I'm all up for that, that's for sure. And when it comes to the burbles, obviously it can be heard with my standard exhaust, and it is nice because when I do go down a gear like I will do in a minute coming up to this roundabout, although it's not in your face because again probably because of the stock exhaust, you can hear it burbling inside the car when you have the window down a bit. So yeah, we'll just kind of change into fourth now. Yeah, I can hear it doing something, but it's not obvious, probably just because of the exhaust, to be honest. It's just so nice, this YouTube stuff, because I'm taking you guys, well, I'm going out in the car just for the sake of a YouTube video, but it also gets me out of the house. Like, I have got stuff I could be doing, but obviously YouTube is like my life, pretty much, and to be able to do this YouTube stuff and just get me out on my own, kind of like, yeah, it's just nice. Like, no, nothing against my other half, but it's just nice to go out on a drive on your own and just enjoy your car. So yeah, really impressed with the remap. I haven't had a remap by K-Tec Racing before. Obviously didn't know what to expect, but so far so good. And they said, you know, if you've got any problems with it, let us know. But I've done it again, touch wood, no problems. The only problem I had was because the dealership fit in a water pump which was leaking, which I then had to go without my car after it had all the K-Tec goodies put on, so it's not good. So K-Tec Racing is currently producing more products for the Abarths. I'm just having to we're having to hold fire until they're like developed. When it comes to the intercooler, it is such a well-priced intercooler as well, and the data literally speaks for itself. As James from K-Tec Racing said, the technician there who fitted the intercooler, it is split my engine temperature from standard in half, and I think the intercooler is $399. I mean, and it splits your engine temperature down by half. I think that is such a good buy. And now I kind of understand what an intercooler does. I'm obviously glad I have it, and my Abarth is probably the first one with it, I guess. I don't know, but if you're thinking of an intercooler and you're thinking, shall I give the K-Tec one a try, definitely do, because as I say, the results speak for themselves. And as I say, use my cheeky discount code to get some money off. The car just feels so much more responsive. And when I took it out on that little test drive, as soon as it come off the dyno at K-Tec Racing, as you saw from that little clip, like, I was like, woo-wee! Oh, this is good. I'm glad I didn't clean my car, because it's going to get even dirtier now. The intercooler will add on a couple of BHPs, but obviously its main job is to keep the engine more cooler, which it definitely is doing that job very well. It's so nice to have an Abarth again, like a car that I'm just so proud of, and that I can kind of show off and like modify, and I've made some good friends because of this car as well, and my YouTube channel's growing because of it. Like, it's all starting to hopefully pay off now, and the main thing is that K-Tec have like reached out and they're on board with me, and that's just so amazing. And I just appreciate that opportunity so much, and testing their Abarth products on my Abarth, it's just amazing. See ya. That turbo gauge absolutely loves it. That is loving life. Oh, I love these cars. Like, oh, I couldn't be without another one, could I, guys? Like, I had to get my fifth one. And stay tuned, because I will be doing, someone's requested I do a video, and I will be talking about all the 5 Abarths I've owned, including this one, the story of this one if you didn't know already, and the story with the previous 4 Abarths that I've owned. Yeah, it's just so much more responsive, even just driving it like normal, boring mode. Again, I'm not foot to the floor, but it is just, it sounds nicer as well. It seems to be more like engine noise. It must have be something to do with the remap. Oh, I'm so glad my aircon works anyway. Oh, this car is just so good. Oh, I can't believe, like, I've got an intercooler on it, which, like I said, I've never had on any of my Abarths before, and it's been remapped. These were all things that were on like the future list, and when K-Tec were like, you got an intercooler ready, we also have to remap it. You interested? I was like, yeah, take my money and let's go. Second gear. Oh. Ah! No! I've been overtaken by a Ford Focus convertible. Ah! Let's drop it down in the throat, baby. Ooh-wee! Oh! Basic Abarth, why are you so good? Yeah, just watch your space, guys. We've got plenty more to come on this Abarth, and at the moment I am loving the progress. Like I say, the progress has evolved more than I ever thought, more than my wildest dreams, my wildest wishes. And yeah, good car. If you want a fun, I always call these cars cheeky. The Abarths are cheeky. They're not the fastest hot hatch in the world, but they're so customizable. They're just so cheeky, and they got as I used to have one of my number plates written at the bottom. These have definitely got sting in their tail, because they're like scorpion on the Abarth logo, and scorpions have a sting. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, I thought it sounded good at the time. Right, at 0 miles per hour, let's go. Jesus. Wow, that car wants to take you in all sorts of direction with that bottom end power. Ooh-wee! Oh man, like I say, I don't like the brake speed limits and all that, but getting up to the speed limit is just so much more fun. And that's what I said to K-Tec Racing, like, you know, I'm not a naughty girl on the road and that, and getting up to the speed limits is just now more fun because of that bottom end power, thanks to the remap, thanks to K-Tec Racing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. So I've just spoken to you in depth, I think I've done in depth about how I found the remap. Obviously the proof is there, the car is quicker because the data shows that, and me as the owner, the driver, definitely feels that extra 10 brake horsepower gains. The power is 100% there down the bottom end. It's quite like, whoa, like that. And obviously with the intercooler in, it's also keeping the engine much cooler, which means more bottom end pull, so that's good times. Remember to use my discount code on K-Tec Racing if you do want to treat your Abarth to one of these amazing K-Tec Racing intercoolers. And stay tuned, because I will be doing more Abarth videos, of course. Ow, potholes. But I hope you found this one good, interesting. It's been a good video for me to film, obviously. Gets me out in the car, going a bit fast, doing some pulls for the sake of YouTube. And as I say, the burble that they've mapped in, or pops and bangs, whatever they're calling it, they told me it's burbles, it's more like pops and bangs, which I am well happy about. I know pops and bangs are a gimmick. I know people will be like, oh, they ruin a car, but my parents have had pops and bangs on their car for like, since like, I don't know, when they had their car, 2016. I don't know, they've had pops and bangs on their car for like a long time, and their car's going fine. There's always downsides to these things you do to your cars, isn't there? But with an exhaust, I think you'll definitely hear those pops and bangs more, and we'll hopefully get more power with more future mods to come on the car. So thanks for watching this one. The exhaust is sounding way better than I thought when I listened back to these GoPro clips. It's just like pretty good. I've always said I just hate this exhaust on the Abarth. Like, it looks alright, but I just really hate it. I definitely prefer the more standard record ones that you get on the Abarths. But yeah, another exhaust to come in the future. But yeah, I hope you found this video good and interesting, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Abarth content from me and this little Abarth, of course. Thanks for watching, see you in another video.